Welcome to our live training session number 22, part 5. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at our high cam operation, tuning our fuel, our spark timing, and our cam angle tables. We're going to have a lot to cover, so let's jump into this live training session so we can get started. Welcome back to our live training session here with our Supercharged 8th Gen Civic Si. Now in the last video, we completed our low cam fuel and ignition timing mapping. We went in and we created our cam blend table. So everything's set up on our low cam operation. Now we're ready to turn on VTEC and start to map out our high cam and figure out where our VTEC engagement point is going to be at. So what we need to do right now is jump into our file and set up some things, turning on the VTEC, going into our real-time tuning or live tuning option, making sure we select all of our high cam tables so we were able to real-time tune them, and then take a look at our fuel and ignition timing values on our low cam tables to get an idea of what we are going to be expecting, what we can start off with on our high cam tables, so that's going to be speeding up our tuning process. So first things first, let's jump into our calibration here. I'm going to move in and go to VTEC. I'm going to go and lower my VTEC way down. I'm going to be setting my lower boundary here at 3,000 RPM. And then I'm going to go here and my upper boundary and also set this to 3,000 RPM. We're going to be setting them the same. And then taking a look, we're going to be seeing we have our VTEC pressure window. And we're going to see that it's going to be based here on RPM versus our map pressure or the load. So we can see at 2,000, 3,000, it's going to see 0.8 bar to be able to switch on to the VTEC. It has to meet this load threshold. So what I'm going to do is just grab my values here and set it to 1.0. 1.0 bar, that's going to be equivalent to 0 PSI. So I don't want it to engage VTEC until it gets to about 0 PSI. Now, we're going to come back in here and take a look at this and refine this a little bit further once we figure out where our VTEC point is going to be at. I'm going to be dropping my VTEC point really low at 3,000, and then we're going to be starting our dyno pools going from 35 going on to 8,400, and that's actually what we're going to do right now. Let's jump into our dyno real quick, and I'm going to be moving my point from start RPM here from 3,500, and we'll go here to 8,400. So we'll run it all the way out to the high RPM, and we'll leave everything else the same. Now on the screen, I have my best low cam pull from our 30 degree. We have about 250 horse and about I think it was 232 torque. So that is going to be the actual plot, looking at a little bit different view of the data for the runs that we're making. So we're going to use this and compare it to what we're finding on the VTEC, and it's going to help us figure out where our VTEC engagement point is going to be at. Now, if you don't have a dyno available, you're either going to be able to use virtual dyno, or you're able to evaluate some data, as we're going to be taking a look at here. I'm going to show you some kind of tips to evaluate where you can expect your VTEC point to be, your engagement point to be at, if you don't have a chassis dyno. And again, you don't want to use virtual dyno and be able to use that software, which we are going to be covering in some EFI advanced course, and we're also going to be jumping in this Flashpro course, also covering that as well. So we will be diving into that probably about the time this video comes out. We should see that it's going to be in the course library. So what we'll do here is we've set our VTEC point low. Let's jump in here. We're also going to go to our real-time tuning tables or live tuning tables. We're going to go here and clear all. We're going to clear out everything that we previously had selected. Now, we've done that for a very specific reason, because everything was based on our low cam operation. We're going to go to our high-speed cam and fuel and ignition timing tables. We're going to find here, we're also going to grab our